Hello, you guys. My name is Bridget. I am a part-time reseller. I do not have a Benz in the town that I'm in. I am sharing tips and tricks that help me in my business. I am no professional. Stay tuned for the haul. Hello, you all. I hope you all are having an amazing week. This week's haul, got my Starbucks by the way. This week's haul is going to be from Goodwill. As I have mentioned previously, I do source from ThredUp and different online thrift stores, consignment shops. However, I do like to go into the Goodwill store and pick up some items as well. Let's get to it. So the first item, I know you all may or may not know this brand, but if you do not, it is Lafayette 148. Very, very expensive brand. These retail probably for close to $200. And some of Lafayette's 148, some of the pants or shirts, they have really, really good material. Others, not so much. But what I have found, it really does not matter with this brand. People know the brand. They have a lot of business casual. I do have a jacket on ThredUp right now that ThredUp has priced at $148. So if that sells, I will actually make probably 60 to 70 bucks. So I'm really happy with that. I picked these up for $5. They're a good size 10. They are wide leg dress pant. The only thing I'm not seeing on here is an actual material tag. If I had to guess, I would say maybe a linen cotton blend. Do not quote me on that because the material tag is actually missing in these. But really, really good length, 30-inch inseams, size 10, casual business dress pants. I will probably price these at about $40 in hopes to sell for maybe $35 or $30. If I run a sale, it might be more like $27, $28. The next item, you guys, this brand I have never heard of, but let me tell you. Let me just tell you this brand I have never heard of. Let me show you the tag because I'm going to have to look this back up. 1 second. Let me find exactly the name because I found this on ThredUp. If you all do not shop on ThredUp, source on ThredUp, or even have ThredUp, I highly suggest getting it. I've learned so many different brands as far as like retail pricing, just good brands that are good to purchase, good brands that are good to sell. Okay, so this one is actually Raquel Allegra. So it's Raquel Allegra. I'll show it to you one more time because I couldn't even read the writing, which is not actually a good selling point. However, people do know this brand based off my research. So it's Raquel, Raquel, Allegra. This is just a simple, basic raw hem at the neck, raw hem on the sleeves, raw hem at the bottom. A simple, basic top, but I can price this at probably $40 easily. It's a really, really good material. Let's see if this one has the material tag. A lot of the items I've been purchasing, honestly, they have not had the material tags, which is kind of frustrating because some items sell based off material alone. Okay, so this is actually 100% silk. And look at that tag. It's all in cursive, so very difficult to read. I would probably have to get a magnifying glass. I'm not even kidding you guys. I can't make out half of what it says. I do see the 100% silk. With this here, like I said, I'll probably price this at $40. Now, I have never sold it, so we'll see. Based off comps and other items that I have looked up, it seems to be okay to price at, but we'll see. And if it sells, I will definitely let you all know. If you guys hear scratching, my cat acts like a toddler. Every time I close my door, my cat goes freaking nuts, although he was sleeping when I came in here. So I may have to get up to let him in, but I'll let you know. This I found at Goodwill. Okay. This here is True Grit. So I've never heard of this brand, but what really grabbed my attention was the label. Usually if you see a nicer label, it's worth looking up. These have been selling for anywhere between $30 to $40. I paid $4.83, and then I actually had 75% off this. So I've ended up paying like $1.21, something like that. Although it is out of season, I feel like these do well spring, winter, fall. So if the only month it's not going to do well is summer, hey, that's totally okay. I'm okay with it sitting a couple months. Good quality, it's cotton, and it's also got this lining here. If you can see that detail on the zipper. It's like a light baby sky blue, so I think this will do really well, but I will let you all know. There are some items that I have sold. I think it was like, what is it, bear claw, that I didn't do so well with in this same kind of material. Fleece pullovers, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. That's True Grit, and I have never sold that before. When I went to Goodwill, I ended up going when I got off work, and I happened to run into their 75% off sale. Mind you, I never get that sale. I usually go on Goodwills on Wednesdays and Sundays, which are my days off. I happened to go in on a Tuesday after work. Everything was 75% off. Now, most of the items were gone. However, I got in there. I dug, I went into different sections, and I did find a few items which I am so thankful for. Sorry, y'all. Let me grab a drink. This is the Ice Quad Espresso Starbucks. I always do the protein cold foam, and I do sugar-free vanilla syrup, and it is my go-to every time. This right here is Under Armour, which if you all do not do well with Under Armour, do not be disappointed, because not everything with them sells. The tops, I've noticed, like this long sleeve, good material. Doesn't have to be a good size, like I said. It can be small, medium, or large. These will move. Probably list this at about $24. Maybe sell it for $20, $18 maybe. This is a small, and this is the heat gear. It actually has a hood with the logo on the back, and then the color lavender, you know, Easter around the corner, spring color, pastel. I picked it up. Plus, I only paid like $1 or something. So even if I make $15 off of it, I'm good. I do good with Under Armour leggings and those long sleeve basic tees. Everything else I have not done well with. I picked this up, you guys. Again, another red tag, 75% off. The brand on this one is actually Pilcrow, and I do believe this is actually their newer brand. Not newer brand, their newer tag, because it used to be on the older label, Pilcrow and the letter press, and then it had like the zigzag. If I can find the old one, I will drop it here. The newer ones just say Pilcrow, which is how I know this is a newer item. Now, I did get this home, and you know, with crochet items like this, they do tear. I have not seen anything but this right here. So I am actually going to look up a video. You see that? To see how I can possibly fix this. Pilcrow, I feel like is worth fixing. It's crochet. It's a cropped hoodie. The size on here is extra, extra small, which again, that's fine. I will probably have to trim this off, but I didn't see anything else that would actually make it, you know, bad quality. This I will have to fix, which I will disclose that. I will let them know. I'll take a picture of it. I'll let them know, hey, I had to sew this. If I can tell you anything about reselling, and mind you, I've only been doing this for 3 years. I do not know everything. That's a fact. But just from being like this and other things I do besides reselling, transparency is key. I'm in sales at my full-time job. Be transparent with people. People actually respect that a lot more than trying to hide it. And then if you hide it, then you're risking, you know, a return, and then you're having to go through all that trouble to sell an item again, when all you really have to do, disclose it, post it, picture it, move on. If they want it, great. If not, they can keep it moving. But hey, you did your part and you were transparent. And I do sell a lot of items that have, you know, little nicks or things that I have to fix or sew. And I've listed and people are fine with it. Of course, I might have to list it at a lower price, but all in all, it works. Okay, so for one, these are 100% cashmere. I know that tie-dye is out. People do not wear tie-dye anymore. Every now and again, you might have maybe a hippie style, or someone who likes to do like a 70s theme party or something like that, looking for it, which is why I actually got it. This is 100% cashmere, and it's Cashmere Charter Club. So it's Cashmere Charter Club Luxury. It's a size medium. Now, I found these in the kids section. However, I don't 100% know if they're kids. Like, I'm going to have to measure these, because are these like cropped wide leg for women? Or are they legit medium kids 10 to 12? They look a little too big to be kids, but then they look too small to be women. So I'll have to do some research on these. I did pay up a little bit for these. These were actually $5 and they were not on sale. I do move cashmere, which is why I picked them up. So even if I make $15, I'm good with it. So hopefully after my research, I will know the comps, I'll list it, and hopefully do well with these. I will drop, if I remember, which I have been doing and remembering to put this stuff in here when I go to edit, but I will let you all know if these are kids or if these are adults, and I'll also post the comps because I didn't even look these up. I mean, the stuff I show is usually fresh from the Goodwill bag. I don't iron it before I show it to you guys. I know you would like it all pretty and pressed and cleaned, but I don't always have a lot of time, so this is what y'all are gonna see. But just note, I do steam items. I wash them, I hand wash them, I dry clean items, so get them all nice to sell. Here is another vintage brand, and they've been around for a while. It is Norton McNaughton. So Norton McNaughton. I have sold a couple tops, blazers, jackets. I do know these you can price pretty well. This is silk and linen, so it's good material, which is the main reason I picked it up. When people are purchasing blazers, they do want to know, like, what is the lining material, you know, what is the material. So make sure you always post the material when selling a blazer. I do so good with blazers, like really well. And then I can always find them fairly cheap. So I paid $6.74 for this. I plan on selling this. I'll probably post it for $45 to $50. And then I plan on, you know, getting an offer for maybe 40, 38, 35 at the least. But I feel like I will do really well with that. And since I do not have a bins, I have to, for one, I have to spend a little money to make some money. But I have to pay up sometimes, you know, but it's all good because I price accordingly. This is Pretty Garden, and this is new with tags. This was actually on the 75% rag, so I think I paid like $2 for this. With this new with tags, if you have not heard of Pretty Garden, it's a boutique brand. Nothing real fancy about it. I mainly got this because it's new with tags, and I've seen a couple items where the comps were pretty decent. So this is polyester. I do see where, I don't know, maybe this was priced somewhere else at a yard sale or, you know, a different thrift store, but this was found at Goodwill. It's still got the original tags, the extra button. I will steam this. I will get all the wrinkles out, and I will make it look, you know, nice and pretty before I actually sell it. It'll look brand new with tags, which is exactly what it is. It's new with tags. It's just wrinkled. Oh, there goes my bag. Okay, so the next item, which I think I might have showed you guys the last haul, but I'm going to go ahead and show it again because it's in this bag to be posted. Frame denim. The Lehigh Skinny. I'll say it again. If you all do not pick up frame, keep your eyes out for the ones that are like Lehigh Skinny, less skinny, less straight, anything with the LE in front of it. People actively search for these items. I highly recommend looking at the gusset, because a lot of frame jeans that I find, this is like busted out, and you know, that's like the worst. Like, imagine selling a pair of jeans, well, or buying a pair of jeans, getting them, they're your favorite jeans, and then you can't even wear them because of that. So I always look at that, look for piling, things like that. If they do have that, I do have a, sorry you all, I'm trying to get my bag up here. I do have a D-pillar that will get that pilling off. And then we got our next item. These are just simple, basic, great material leggings. This is another one that was 75% off. This is Nikki Beaky. And if I'm saying that wrong, correct me as always. So Nikki Beaky. These are a small, but I looked up comps on these, and people have these for sale for like $30-$40, which is excellent for leggings. Original price at Goodwill was $4.83. Of course, I got the 75% off, so paid next to nothing. So I will probably post these at $30, expect $25. I'm good with that. We do have a couple more items here. This is another pair of leggings. Why I found two pair of blue leggings all in one, I could not tell you. These were $4.83, and these were not on sale. I needed inventory. So these are Halara. I don't know if you guys can see that. Halara. Very, very good brand, especially when it comes to the reselling. Halara, if you have not seen it, write it down, keep notes, you all. It's amazing. Some people have these posted for $30 to $40 as well. The material is stretchy. Let's see what these are made of. Elastane, of course, for the stretch. These have nylon. Yeah, so just nylon and elastane. Great, great quality. Not cheap polyester. Amazing. And then we have one more item, and this is a linen blazer. I've got the linen blazer for the simple fact Linen is in season right now. Sorry, you guys, I'm trying to get my camera to focus. It's not doing so hot. Linen blazer, Amanda Smith. Anthropologie, Soda Anthropologie. Do really well with this brand. I paid up $6.74. I did not catch this on clearance. I know I will move this for at least $45, maybe $50, which is why I don't mind paying up, you all, especially with a blazer. It's 100% linen, and then the size is 12, so really, really good material. I don't know if you can see the little tail in the back. The lining, look at it. It's just luxe. So I got it, and I hope I actually do really well. It's got nice big buttons. Let's see. Nice big buttons here. So really, really happy with that as well. That is it, you all. It was not a very big haul this week. I plan on showing you next week my ThredUp haul because I do source there, and I'm super excited to show you that one. I have some really good items in that. As always, thank you so very much for watching. If you have not subscribed, hit that bell, subscribe. I am sharing, my story, tips and tricks that always help me. Just want to help somebody else. I really do appreciate you all watching. Stay tuned. Wednesdays when I post.